Hey guys, how we doing? We're back. It's time for another spooky reaction. Hopefully we'll get some good scares in this one. We're going back to Depths of Despair's channel. If you wouldn't mind popping by there is a link in the description. Please go to the original video, hit the thumbs up, sub if you're new there as well. Why don't I do the same here? Hit the thumbs up, sub if you're new. Leave any thoughts you've got on any of the clips down in the comments and we can have a discussion about them. Let us know your thoughts if you think they're legit or anything. I'm not entirely sure what we're about to say, but hopefully there will be some good, creepy stuff. In the meantime, let's get the cans on, give it a watch, and let's hope we get scared, shall we?
Entered. In the following video, a woman is home alone when something terrifying happens and her fire alarm goes off.
The fuck?
On
What
March
was
the
that?
6th of
Lightning or
2026, a deadly tornado struck parts of the US. Unfortunately, strong lightning followed the
Bloody
disaster,
hell.
and the lightning struck nearby Destiny's house, causing a sudden power outage. Immediately after the lightning strike, the fire alarm activated straight away.
Bloody hell, man. That must have been pretty close.
Here, the dog's okay?
Immediately after the lightning strike, the fire alarm activated straight away. Confused by what happened, she stands up and quickly goes to check that her dogs are okay. It turns out that only some parts of the house were affected by the power outage. So she calls the firefighters to check the house and see if it is still safe to use the working parts of the house that do have power.
I didn't even know.
After checking the breaker box, they let her know that they should be able to fix the electricity shortly.
They're just crap camera quality and the lights on the trucks outside.
Meantime, Destiny decides to review her CCTV footage the moment the lightning struck to see exactly what happened, when she notices something utterly terrifying. Watch closely.
So watch in this right corner, right when the lightning strikes. There.
What?
What is that? What is that? What is that?
During the flash of lightning, for a second, the camera captures a dark figure of someone or something on all fours on the ground right in front of the door.
Not just funny shadow or something? I kind of see someone, there's something there, but I kind of, for the life of us, make out what the fuck it's supposed to be. Even on the smaller screen, it's just a blurry mess on my big screen, but even on the smaller screen, it's unclear what the hell that is like. There is, wait, there appears to be something there because it's blocking off the doorway, like, so it's not really a shadow as such, which is my initial thought, thinking there might have been a shadow from the lightning or something, but that's mad.
It happens for just a few frames, but it's clear something is there. Whatever it is left Destiny deeply disturbed, so she decides to check the CCTV footage from when the firefighters were in the house and captures something chilling once again.
Yeah, yesterday.
You inside of the house or you outside of the house? No, we were inside. Yeah. Then there was a boom, house shut.
There seems to be some sort of silhouetting over.
Oh, I thought it was like one tower. You go up.
But again, didn't she bring candles through and stuff? Are these candle lights we're looking at here?
Number 4. Not that I mean, we've got like city blackouts.
There is a lot of flickering and stuff, but
Situation.
Destiny had
that
placed some
guy
candles
noticed
around
that
the
one,
house for
right?
light, and if you look closely at the candle, it suddenly goes out. Even stranger is that a large shadow seems to go by really fast, right as the candle dies out.
That's
Not
pretty
only
freaky.
that, but one of the firefighters seems to notice something strange that causes him to look where the candle is. He claims to have seen a figure sitting on the sofa for a second, so they check the rest of the CCTV and are lost for words.
Why?
What?
As the firefighter comes to check the breaker box, you can see how he avoids touching over the sofa and hangs his flashlight pointing down at it, as he is shaken up from earlier when he mentioned seeing a figure on the sofa. Then suddenly the indentation on the backrest of the sofa suddenly puffs out and returns to its normal shape, even though there is nobody there. It's as if someone or something was sitting there and quickly stood up, and the indentation slowly reappears again, as if something sat back down, putting pressure into the backrest. And this strange occurrence was also captured during another moment while the firefighters were talking.
It looked like something actually moved sort of behind him as well, while he was fannying about or whatever he was doing.
You know what, actually?
He's not sure, like.
That's the very corner of the dark and the right wall. There you go. Oh, fuck. I think it's... All right. Everyone else. All I need are
That guy's definitely spooked about something.
Right as one of the firefighters shines their light towards the sofa area, you can see something suddenly press into the backrest, as if something is there, and on both occasions it happens right after he shines a light near it, as if something there is reacting to the light. Just like how a strong flash of lightning caused the figure to appear in the first place. So was the figure that firefighter saw on the sofa the same thing Destiny saw in her room that night? And could it have somehow entered as the lightning struck by her house? Like most videos, this one remains a mystery.
That's bizarre, that mind. There's a lot to take in there, but that fire guy definitely looked spooked by whatever he noticed there, like. And you think you'd like to be able to trust people in authority like that. But that's a strange combination of events, that. I mean, there was definitely something in the bedroom. Whatever it was, I don't know. You couldn't really make out anything. They seemed to think it was someone on all fours, but you couldn't really... I couldn't make out any shape at all, really, other than just something there. And then when he was looking... It looked like another shadow. I mean, again, it's candles and moving lights and mucking about with electronics and stuff, but it looked like something sort of ran past him when he was fannying about with that cabinet thing in the corner of the room. There was no use guys thinking that. There was a lot in there. It's an interesting clip, though. It'd be interesting to see if anything else comes of that one.
Attached. A single mother lives alone with her children and explains that strange things have been happening inside her home for a while now, and it seems to mostly occur when her children are around. One day, her and her child were in the living room when they captured this.
Close the door. Can you close the door, please? What the fuck?
I'm smirking because this is identical to what I've had happen to me in the past. I still can't explain what happened, but it was freaky as fuck. And it wasn't just me there was a load of us. It was bizarre.
Hold on, let me ask. Open the door if you need help.
What the?
Nah, that's mad. Absolutely mad.
It opened it wide as shit.
You,
Oh my god.
close the door.
There's a shadow, man. I don't know if that's the kid. There's
Oh my. What is it doing? What the? Bro, no.
I'm scared.
Get I knew. Yes, I knew. Elgin,
Hello,
please.
do you see it?
Elgin,
No.
can you please? It's closed all the way, bro.
The door seems to open by itself the moment her kid walks by. Then she asks
That's
it
the
to shut
kid's
the door,
shadow,
and
right.
it closes again. On another night, she captures something chilling on her CCTV in her children's bedroom while they are asleep. Watch closely. You can see both the children sleeping when the controller suddenly falls off the table on its own. But after a closer look, you can see what looks like a strange tiny hand grip onto the cord and pull it. Then her headset moves on its own. At the
Right,
same
that's
time,
probably 'cause they're
something
all
presses
attached.
down on the covers as if there was someone else
tangled.
or something else there. Her only two children are fast asleep, so just what is this? The mother believes something may be attached to one of her children, but let me know your thoughts down below.
I don't know. The door. Like I said, I've had something very, very similar in the past that I still can't explain. But that second part, not so sure. It looks like it's just somebody there, to be fair, but I think you'd notice. I know the kids were asleep, but I don't know. It did look like a hand. Let us know what you guys make of that one. It's freaky, but like I said, the first part caught us more off guard than the second part, to be fair.
Haunted. In the following video, a man has a newborn son, so he sets up a security camera so he can monitor him. One morning, he woke up and noticed a motion alert from the camera that captured something unsettling.
I think we've seen this one with the bear. Yeah. Again, like I said initially, the bear, it could have just been the way it was sat, and eventually if the kids moved, I know he seems to be wrapped tightly up there, but if he sort of squirmed a bit, then the bear will probably fall to some extent. But
While the baby sleeps, the stuffed bear abruptly moves, but it looks like it doesn't fall naturally and is being pulled by something, as you can see as the whole crib also moves slightly
well,
too.
the whole bed
Not sure
moves,
what
but
to
is
make
that
of
the
this,
weight
the father
shift?
grows concerned and continues to monitor his kids, but on another night he captures something else in his other son's room. A strange
That's
gust
that
of mist
freaky.
appears out of nowhere
Yeah,
and
it
flies
is
across.
Ghostbusters
After
kind of
these
shit,
two
that man.
occurrences, the father is starting to believe they are connected and paranormal. And after the next night, he is certain of it.
No, there's a door, isn't there? Again, it's a one of them you'd like to think he's not just doing it for the clicks, with there being babies and kids involved, but I'm not sure. Like, let us know what you guys make of it all. I mean, there's a mirror on the door there, so I'm assuming it's a mirror and not a window. It could be a window, I guess. I say there'd be some sort of reflection as it opens if there's somebody stood in this corner, or more so if it was somebody out the other side. If it is a window, you might see something through it, but
The door starts to open
it
on
looks
its
like
own,
it's a
causing
mirror
the
by the
baby to
way
wake
that's
up and roll to
dark
the
in the
side, before
other
eventually
side.
the door fully opens and reveals nobody there, before closing again and repeating. He mentions that he planned to move houses and has since stopped uploading, but real ghost or not, you judge.
Yeah, it's a queer one, that one. Like I said, with there being kids involved, you'd like to think they're not just doing it for the sake of it. But it's hard when you get like a chain, and I mean, people do want multiple recordings from places to try and get more evidence and stuff. But to me, nowadays it just seems like more and more people are doing it to try and draw attention or whatever, but freaky stuff. There is no.
The woods.
The woods.
A family living in a secluded area by the woods explains they have been hearing strange noises outside their house for a few days. Late one night, he hears sounds out by the woods and decides to go check it out.
Exploding trees.
Wait for it. Listen. Trees are just falling left and right. Sounds like a war zone out here. These are the ones that I'm concerned about.
The hell?
What sounds like trees snapping and exploding on their own can be heard, but as he looks around, he sees nobody there. Not sure what the cause could be, he heads back inside. The very next night, his wife begins to hear more noises, this time right outside her house. Watch closely.
So this is day 3 of the weird, strange occurrences at our house. Right now, this light has been steadily blinking for about 20 minutes. And maybe 10, and I just don't understand why. Okay, now it's like not blinking at all. I guess it's okay now. But that and the hearing the voices and stuff sometimes, and
Potato cam?
hello?
Hello? What's that
Hello?
dog? I heard a dog running.
Who's here? Who's here?
Oh, it sounded like a dog running.
Okay, I'm kind of freaked out. Going back inside the house. See what I mean, though? This is the stuff I'm talking about. Like, why is this stuff happening? I'm really thinking about moving away. I think that we should move away. Oh my God!
What?
Did you see that? Oh my God! Oh my God!
A bit Blair Witchy for me, like.
Three knocks are heard at the door, then as she goes to open it, her dog can be heard whimpering as she goes out. Then when she comes back in, her dog starts whimpering even more, and a chair suddenly slides aggressively across the room before she turns around and screams in fear, noticing the door is now opening and closing repeatedly, all on its own. With things now much worse, she says they have no choice but to move out. If you have any video recommendations,
I'm not sure about that one, like, but
at gmail.com or tag us on TikTok.
it's a peculiar setup, that one. Like, it's, I don't know what to make of that. The acting, if it is acting, was pretty atrocious at the end. The first part with the trees and stuff, I'm sure we're seeing something very similar to that a long time ago. The guy on his porch bit looking out into the woods, and the trees were all like shaking pretty damn violently, and I think there was like bits breaking off and stuff at some point, but you couldn't really see anything to cause it. It was a bit of a mad occurrence, really. But I think that one got a little tad OTT in the second half there. But let us know if you think I'm wrong.
In court. The following video was taken from a worker in a courthouse somewhere in the USA. The person was inspecting the courthouse with some equipment, including a metal detector and a thermal camera. He has been over at the courthouse for a few days,
that door thing?
and after speaking to the workers, they say strange things sometimes happen in the place, and they feel an
Yeah, I think
unusual
we've-
energy.
We'll try to work this one out before. To me, the glow on the heat map seems to be coming from this, what to me looks like an electronic key swipe for the door. So it could well be giving off a bit heat if it's got electronic circuits running through it. Not entirely sure how them things work, but I'm sure there will be some sort of circuitry in there which will maybe warm the plate up. But
During
yeah,
his
it's
time at the
a
courthouse,
strange. I mean,
he
it does
captured
seem to
something
move.
strange on the thermal camera that he just can't seem to explain. Take a
But
look.
whether that's a fluctuating current or. But to me, it seems to be focusing pretty much around where that plate is. Or where the wiring within the wall might be for that plate. But I mean, it does seem to move there. Like you can see a
In
bit
the
of it
video,
sort
a
of.
heat signature can be seen coming out of the door, even though nobody is there, and these thermal cameras can't see through glass. You can also see he is recording from his phone at the same angle as the thermal camera, so if it were just a reflection, it would likely show up on his camera too. But it's only seen on the thermal
Suppose if there's
camera,
glass in the
and at
rear,
some
would it
point
sense
it
it?
even waves, which doesn't match the movements of the person recording, so it's likely not his own reflection. After speaking with the courthouse workers, they believe it is the spirit of a woman who was convicted and sentenced to death in this very courthouse, now bound to the place with lingering regrets. But as always, I'll let you be the judge.
Yeah, it's a funny one, that. I mean, there's got to be some sort of explanation for that. I mean, it's more the way it sort of fluctuates and moves, or appears to, that gets me. But I suppose thinking about it, if there's glass in the way, would it pick up the heat? I'm not sure how it would work. If it is like an electronic plate, would it pick up on that behind a plate of glass, or would the signal just bounce back off the glass? I don't know how them things work. Let us know if you've got any more insight into that. But for me, that was my initial thought. I thought it was just the wiring and the plate in the wall.
Parking. Late one night, a woman named Tammy was arriving home and just parking in her driveway. And right after getting out of her car,
I think
she
we've seen
noticed
this one
something
as well, with
chilling
a
across
weird
the road.
thing.
Something she just couldn't explain.
Looked like
the
a bike
encounter was
light or
captured
something.
on her CCTV camera. Take a look.
She seems a bit. She does seem to be a little concerned about it, but I don't know. She doesn't exactly like run into the house in a panic or whatever. Which is definitely looking at whatever it possibly is. Like I said, at first when it came through, I thought it was like someone on a bike with a bike light, but then the height of the light seems to adjust. It sort of, it gets lower at one point and then looks like it's possibly someone's head sort of on all fours and then standing up, or the equivalent height of. And then it just gets even freakier at this point. It is a strange clip, this one, like. Not sure what that noise is. I don't know if it's her shouting of a dog or whatever. But I mean, I thought maybe it's a dog at this point, but it seems to like stand up again. It's in the shape of it. Not that you can really see, but it's a queer looking thing. It looks more like monkey shaped. At one point, it sort of runs the other way, and you can see the shape of it more. But look, I mean, it's like walking like a person there, and then it suddenly sort of morphs and goes all blurry and then turns into some weird monkey critter. But is it just someone pissing about? It could well be. Or it's freaky, like, it does look
A
freaky.
strange bright light across the road catches Tammy's attention. After standing there watching it, she realizes the light wasn't moving on its own, but was actually attached to a dark figure moving on all fours, before standing upright and looking around the area. A few seconds later, it walks down the sidewalk, then slightly distorts before crawling on all fours again, and moving out of frame. Tammy has no idea what she saw, but mentions that it didn't look human. Creepy person or
Weird.
something else entirely. Either way, it's certainly unsettling to see at night. In this next one, a guy acquires...
I mean, there are like other houses around there, and most people have Ring doorbells or whatever now, so it'll be interesting to see if anybody else has got footage of whatever it could be, but it's so fuzzy and grainy and crap, like you can't really make out anything really other than the shape, but it's, like I said, when it stood up, it seemed more human-shaped than animal, but then when I went back on all fours, it sort of assumed the shape of something more like an ape or something, but weird stuff. Well, yeah, that's Depths of Despair. As I said, if you wouldn't mind popping by their channel, the link is in the description. Please follow it and show some support. Like, I'd hit the thumbs up, sub if you're new here, and leave any thoughts you've got on any of the clips. We have come across a few of those in the past, so I do apologise, but that's the joys of doing these reaction things. We don't really know what we're going to get to. We do it. I have redone videos in the past where pretty much every clip is stuff we've seen, but when it's a couple and you've got a bit more perspective as to what's happening, you've had a bit of time to sort of think about it. I know it's not initial reactions, which is what I sort of aim to do, but sometimes it is nice to revisit some of these clips and have another think about it, and hopefully some of the guys like yourselves have got any more theories as to what's going on. But yeah, let us know. That first one with the lightning and stuff was pretty freaky. So let us know if you've got any theories about that one, what was going on there and what was happening with the settee and stuff. But in the meantime, don't get too scared, and I'll catch you in the next video. Thanks for watching.